Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey, and today we've got something a little bit different again. So this is another viewer submission or request, and I'm going to do this a couple of different ways. So I'm going to try like one or two games with this version, and then there's something else I want to try, and then I'll be coming back to this strategy again after the new set releases, just see if anything does come out, because we are trying to build around the card Profane Censer. So if there are more curses, hopefully we'll be able to revisit this. But for now, just want to say thank you to Think Real Hard for supporting this channel. So let's get onto the deck tech. So generally what we're doing here is this is a curse mill deck that is built partially around Profane Censer and partially around like Solitude. So the idea is that maybe Profane Censer helps soften up the opponent a little bit so that we can get them to maybe like 20 or 30 cards in the void, because we do have a bunch of other kinds of curses are ways to turn Profane Censer into a win condition. So Profane Censer with Black Eye Manacles is 4 damage a turn, which is kind of quite the race, especially when we're just sort of like jam-packed with removal and sweepers like Harsh Rules and Devastating Setback. So this is sort of like another alternate win condition, and then maybe every now and then we can just like 20 ball our opponent for Solitude. If we've got a Black Eye Manacles in play, we should just be able to one-shot them. Sort of similar to like a Channel of Tempest, but your opponent just dies instead. But also, Profane Censer should be able to just put enough into our opponent's void so that if we don't have Manacles, then at least Solitude is probably going to be able to finish them off or get them pretty close. So we are playing a lot of, well, a reasonable amount of discard here as well, because we have like Sabotage. And this is mostly just to get things into our opponent's void, because it will sort of make Solitude do more, but also, I don't know, get rid of like pesky cards. So if our opponent like snaps off a Merchant on free or something, we can go and grab a anything that's important, I guess. So if they took Vara or something along those lines, or like an expensive way of dealing with our stuff. We don't have many units to be taking removal spells for, which is like the other mode of it, but we do want to make sure our like Mournful Deathcaps stay alive, because these are basically a little bit of a burn spell. Player power, it's going to discard top 3 cards of our opponent's deck. Maybe Sabotage should be something like Mug. I'm not entirely certain. I could mix it up, like maybe play Quarries instead, just so we're like able to fill up our deck. But we are playing Wanted Posters as a way of just drawing some more, because we are playing Wanted Posters plus like sweepers. Wanted Poster does sort of like go off with Profane Censer because it counts as a curse, even though for the most part we don't really want something with Wanted Poster in play for very long. We just want to like cash in our cards, but it's a little bit of like a sort of weird side synergy. So let our opponent get milled, then maybe in our turn we kill it. Got Avigraft as well, which should hopefully leave our opponent with sort of like nonsense stuck in hand that we're unable to play. So mostly Merchants I think want to be tagging with this, but also it is kind of a nice curve, like Avigraft into your play into Profane Censer. Hopefully there's not too much in play that we have to deal with, so we're able to just start milling there. Like 4 cards a turn is quite a lot, and then any curse after that sort of like makes that much more. And then Profane Censer over Profane Censer is kind of huge as well, because it's going to be basically twice as much +2 the amount of milling that we're actually going to be doing. So let's take it onto the ladder. I'm not entirely certain how this is going to go, because it's not a highly tuned deck, but we'll give it a go, see where we go with it. And I'm not even close to chasing top 100. I was pretty close this month again, worked myself up to like 200ish, just playing Stone Scar, and then I started practicing different mill decks, and it all sort of fell apart from there. So this hand could be fine. If it's like a Justice Source, this would be gas, but I think that we probably have to redraw this. I mean, we are on the draw with like Sabotage and Double Torch, which if we're getting something aggressive should buy us enough time to be able to find stuff, but if we just miss, we'll just sit there on like 2 power forever. It's going to be awful. So let's redraw there. I just think we can perhaps do a little bit better. This isn't much better, but if our opponent like plays something that isn't really doing too much damage, like just Wanted Poster into Torch should be kind of nice. Really just like draws out of whatever problem we're having. Also, I do like Devastating Setback. Again, we don't have like units, so we don't really want to protect things with Sabotage, but just this effect of just kind of being like a lightning storm, but also a discard spell if our opponent's trying to do anything that would interact with what we're up to. Okay, so hit our 3rd power, so I'm feeling pretty good here. If our opponent plays a Teacher here, probably just going to snap off a Torch, just not even entertaining the idea of even better. So I'll just play Justice Sigil. No reason to play Shadow. Don't really want to play Devastating Setback. Just going to hide a little bit of information here. Like, Vara's Favor's fine. Like, I'm not touching our opponent here. Not really super interested in devastating Setback in them either. Okay, so we're a little bit flooded with wanted posters here, so I kind of want our opponent to play something that we can kill, so just any 2-drop will do. So I think we've got like 1 Vanquish, which isn't quite going to do it for us. So let us wanted poster this. And we'll just leave that, that's fine. Just get these out of our hands. Yep, taking 5. Again, fine. As long as we get like some amount of things onto the board, and I want to let us end of the story them. We are under quite the clock now. Ooh. Okay, well we can just Avigraft this. It still keeps us a cursing blow, which is nice. The Vara's kind of spookier, but the lifesteal is probably not too relevant here. Okay, well, Hashel's not quite it. Take 5 now. Uh-oh. Xenon Temple. Well, Xenon Augury here is kind of a thing. So we've got Sea of Chaos here. We could just like play double wanted poster on this, which I think could be fine. I'm not going to mess around with Black Iron Manacles quite yet. In fact, let's Crest and see what we've got going on top. Yep, more power's good, so let's just do this. Just get our card draw engine going. Next to us going to draw 4 off Harsher on our opponent's board. We do still have to deal with Xenon Temple at some point. Our opponent's not going for it here, getting the additional 1 point of damage. It's probably kind of strong, like, in terms of plays there. Moonstone Vanguard, perfect. So we get to sweep all this up and draw 4. I think we'll get the Merchant here. Gives us something that can like attack and block this. I won't having nothing in place, so they sort of like whiff on these initiation as well, which is nice. Cool. So nice full hand. Get to Mournful Deathcap here. So of course the World Joiner could be a bit of a problem for us. Delith. Okay. Could end the story, just get rid of it. I think our opponent giving us a card's kind of fine, really. Let's just get the Manacles going, I guess. So it's a little bit damage to our opponent. So then our opponent's going to attack us, give us like some random card. Hopefully they're not going to get like a Vara or something, because that's a bit of a nuisance. Okay, they're just playing another one of them. So Xenon Temple's probably, well, it's got 2 different ways it can actually kill our Mournful Deathcap. So it can kill it with either the Scare, turn it into a 4/0, or it can kill it just like use an actual killer effect. So yep, so our opponent is going to get a Mournful Deathcap, which, yep, go wild. Cool, we've got a bit of a combo going on here as well, so yeah. Well, they'll make an option, but they're going to draw an additional card with Black Iron Manacles, deal additional damage to him. Sirocco Glider, oh yes. Draft staple. So this is kind of a nuisance. Is it -1/-1 to get? Yeah, so it just instantly kills our kind of Merchant, which is it's not ideal, to be honest. So our opponent's got like millions of cards in hand. Can't really do too much. I guess we're still sort of like locked into end of the story here. I guess we'll Crest as well, just sort of see what's on top. Yeah, just keep more harsh rules. Just keep things that do stuff. We sort of need to keep this off our back, so next turn, you know, maybe we'll like Kerendon Merchant and just put, I don't know, Profane Censer on our opponent. It'd be kind of nice, because that would be hitting them for 6 a turn. Yeah, then we can play Manacles after that, and then that should be able to put them in a real quick clock. Oh, this nerd again. So let's just get rid of this Sirocco Glider thing. Let's get Profane Censer. Actually, I should have counted how much the Solitude was worth. It was just 16, so not quite lethal. We can't block this because it's 1/4 unblockable. It's a questionable card. Yep, well, I suppose you've got to do like on a target. Might have gone for like making the 4/1 unblockable, but then I get to torch them, which probably isn't what they really want in the life. So I assume my opponent hasn't got like things they can do to actually make. Cool, I've got a gun rustler. I assume they've got too many things they can do to this to just make it like some huge boy, but I suppose they've got like an effect they can use it. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so it's interesting to know that they do have Vanish in the deck. So we could Harsh Rule them and then play Black Iron Manacles. I think that's what we'll do because we can potentially kill the thing after. So, how much would we be dealing? We're dealing quite a lot of damage to them actually. That's interesting. Let's attack this for 1. I should probably attack the play for 1. I mean, I should have just counted it properly and just seemed like that mattered. Then just Harsh Rule it up. And then Black Iron them. I'll just like pass the turn there. So end of their turn we should deal quite a lot to them. Do like 16. Oh, she's a big girl, isn't she? Deal 16. And then our turn we could deal like another 4 if we needed to. But probably just going to be priced into killing this. Like playing Gun Rustler. But good. I'm not sure if they actually kill us this turn, so we've got like some time. Vara's fine. Yeah, so Banish is going to kill. What did they kill? They killed something, but I'm not entirely certain what. Like when that happened. Oh, they killed one of our Black Iron Manacles. That's kind of fine, really. So I think this is a point where I'm kind of okay to just end of the story again because well, we have to. And then let's just set back them, see what they've got going on. If we've got like another Banish, I'd rather get rid of it. Crystallize, cool, got me. We'll take the Dark Return. Just keep them off stuff that does things. Deal another damage to them. So just like a backwards burn deck here. So our opponent's making a Diesel's office. Ooh. Well, just need to keep them off having things in play. So down to 37 cards here. Uh oh, gain 2 lives. But we're doing quite a lot of damage, doing like 6 a turn. We've got like another 6 here, cool. Do we just make Gun Rustler? If we just like set back them again, see if they've got anything whatsoever that interacts here. Yeah, it's just like Crystallize and Vara's Favour. Well, let's get rid of Crystallize. I think Vara's Favour can deal 1 to us, so should be sort of cautious there. Do we just make the 4-2 just get attacks? Well, they just kill it with the thing, but yeah, let's just make it they've got like dead mode, so we could potentially just like 6 our opponent if we need to. It's going to deal another 6 here. Opponent needs to sort of hurry up and play something. Okay, so teachers. Lifesteal Teacher, yikes. Which mode's left on this? Just the cut ties. Right. Let's see through our cunning plan. So, if we drew a merchant, would kill our opponent because it's a Solitude for 52 here. So, this gets to cut ties, which is kind of rough, really. Letting them hit us for free could be fine. We might be priced into like just double torch in this. I can't play both to kill this one, we block that. Then we take 5, and then our opponent's got the Vara's Favour, so we can deal 7, which is a pain in the bottom, because we could have actually leaped our opponent if we had attacked our opponent for 1 all those turns ago. So this is kind of close. But we're kind of fine. Let's sabotage opponent. We'll take the Vara's Favour. So this isn't lethal then. Then if we play both of these, we don't have any torches up. So I think we'll just pass the turn. So, you know, it's nice that Cut Tie says kill an enemy unit, because that could be awkward if you only have like one thing in play. So they've already attacked, sort of fine doing this. It's not perfect. We draw a card, but we're at like 9, so... Well, we're at 3, sorry. We're not at 9. Okay, so this could be the combo. Get to deal with a 3 damage to our opponent. Oh, don't burglarize. Don't no burglarize it. That's like our win condition. Yeah, so there's a burglarize. What are they stealing from us? I assume... What did they steal? Okay, so they stole the thing. I can't remember what it's called now. So we've got a lot we can do this turn, actually. So opponent's going to make Dezo. And now I think we've gone to, well, Solitude on top, so if we survive, we'll be kind of good shape. So either one of these kills us, but the merchant could get something that actually kills us. What's gone through like a lot of removal spells here. Yeah. Let's get merchant. So if we survive, oh no, we have to give our opponent a Solitude. I mean, our opponent's not going to sacrifice this, are they? That doesn't make sense. Because we're not going to let them deal 7 if they draw 3. It's awkward, but... Actually, I see stuff like these kind of games. Yep. So opponent gets the Manacles us, which deals no damage to us this turn. If we got 1. Oh yes. Let's just Crest of Chaos. Yeah, I'll just get full value here. Oh yes, Avigraft, like that card. I was just doing our opponent a bit of favour there. Just 73 U for Solitude. Boom. It's so annoying that it makes it go through every single card, like, oh, they don't die. Though they do die, okay. I thought it was the end of their turn they died. Oh my god, that would have been so like frustrating if we'd have just lost, because that's how Solitude worked, but it doesn't. Oh well, next game I guess. Uh-oh, we're probably on stream with this garbage. As against Mulligan, we've got double Manacles. I can't keep it. Sorry, bud. Like, mad respect for this stream, but if I see double Manacles, I'm going to get it. Potentially kill him the old-fashioned way. That's Crest there. Oh, so it gets a Lost Scroll to turn 3 Manacles. Oh, yes. I mean, our hand is basically all power. But who cares, you know? It's going to Lost Scroll for Justice. You know, Mullen's going to think, oh no, FJS. Yeah, FJS, but not the FJS you were thinking of. This is where, like, they're just playing, like, Stone Scar beat down or something and we'll just get wrecked. But yeah, this is probably, I'll be honest with you, a matchup we're not going to win. Because our opponent played Diplo Seal with their Agile Instigator, so they're not playing mid-range Stone Scar, let me tell you that. This is a gentleman who does not care for his influence. It's nice to see this like in play again. Ruh-roh, bar. So now we can't really play our second one. We could just like snap draw one of our 7 hand disruption spells. What's on top? Yeah, I'll keep that. I mean, we can't realistically just like play this one in poster, can we? Just play Fire Sigil or whatever. It does type a lot of our opponent's influence though, so let's do that, because it ties up 2 of our opponent's, well, like this one's power, ties up 2 of our opponent's power next turn. It's not great for us, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so Bandit Queen, also not great for us. But we might be okay. We're not okay. But we could draw a Torch. Okay, so Harsh Rule Devastating Setback. So it's not quite what we are looking for. Solitude for 1. It's a powerful play, let me tell you. I'll keep on top because I just don't see a world where we survive this turn anyway. So we're taking 6, and then there's no rapid shot, but there's got to be something. I suppose we'll just do that one because it's cheaper. Then it lets us next turn do like a 3 and a 4. So I haven't got high hopes, I'll be honest with you, because Molly Blaps probably also has like Flame Blast and stuff in the deck. Go on, play another X2. Any X2 will do. I suppose we could get Vara. There's no chance our opponent's got 2 removal spells, right? So this is like an interesting thought. We could also get like Annihilate. I do like having 2 bodies. That I like. So let's go to this because it's kind of nonsense. We'll go over that later. We don't need Solitude to burn our planet out. We do. But like I'll snap block here if this is allowed to be 5/6 and lives, like I will snap block. I've always got like Torch plus I don't know, literally anything. Uh-oh. Torch us. Torch us. Oh, that's no fun. Being betrayed. That's no fair. So like double Deathcap is probably good enough. If we can find a Justice source as well, then we get to have double Deathcap plus like hit our second Justice, because Lost Scroll doesn't help you get the first one, but it helps you get the second one. Probably can't afford kind of merchant here. But it's like, as well as desperately needing like, okay, so there we go. As well as actually needing like a third power, well, and as well as needing Justice Influence, we also need like a third power. Okay, so I was playing this deck. Well, play the played one because it lets us. Yep, we want harsh rule against Ratarinos. Oh, they're playing elves. Ugh. They're playing elves with a reanimation package. And we're in the mill deck. Cool, cool. 4/4 smuggles. Well, we are potentially going to deal like a lot of damage. I'm fine just taking the 4, like when they finally get to attack us, because we get to deal. Is this 3 cards? Yes, we get to deal like 6 damage to them this turn, and then potentially like 12 next turn. If we draw another power, and then if we get to play Solitude, should be lethal. Cool, just hitting. Well, we hit a merchant, so let's Manacles them. So just crack our knuckles and wait. So Disjunction would have been like a kind of heads up play from our opponent, but I doubt that's like a thing that's happening. If things become like too much of a problem, we do have like the harsh rule. There's like no chance, because they could have like the thing to give it +2/+0. Quick draw is just not worth it for me. I think drawing a power would be ideal because that'd like pretty much guarantee the Solitude here. Oh, okay, so they got. So I assume our opponent's got something to deal with like this Manacles. So rather than playing our Lost Skull, I kind of want to discard it. This is kind of rough because we get to deal a lot of damage to them, but what's the point if they... Okay, so I want to discard the thing from their hand. This interface is not the best, I'll be honest. What did they get? If it's not like a spell or an attachment. Okay, so it's just this. So this gets to kill one of our things. Pretty much whatever way you look at it. Because of Scare. And I suppose considering our opponent's like tapped out, we'll just save 2 lives. So underplate power would be great because we'll be able to just like clear this up. Oh, second Black Eye Manacles. I suppose we generally just kind of need this to go. Yeah, so that was rough. Like, we should have been able to sweep the board this turn, but we're kind of behind because we also just played around like something that could have destroyed our Manacles. So we could, because we're going to harsh roll this turn. So Solitude is actually lethal if we draw underplate power. Because it will deal 18 to our opponent. So let's just block this. Block the most damage because I think we're just going to harsh roll anyway. Yep. Well, we will be able to Solitude for hopefully lethal next turn. White Poster probably not doing anything here. We'll just harsh roll, kill everything. Going to assume our opponent's not got any charge threats that they're able to attack us with. Or hand disruption, because if it's hand disruption, we are pretty dead. Shouldn't be any face Aegis. Yep. Hopefully our opponent just like Cobalt Rings here, just uses their turn. That's what I want to see. 1 power. Okay, so they're being dealt damage, so there we go, just get to like 25 of them. So this takes a while to watch this animation. I really wish this animation was just like tidied up, because if you're solituding someone, it doesn't really matter what went in the void. Like, you can go and check through the interface if you want, but this is incredibly just like the worst part of it. Because our opponent is just going to mill 25 cards one at a time, and then they're just going to take 25 damage. But we've got to sit here like some sort of chump just watching it happen. There we go. I mean, that's satisfying, like the minus 25 and the explosion, but it's just to sit in there and wait for like half an hour is just something else. Okay, so probably have to redraw this. We do need the Void Source and also like Double Shadow. I kind of want to play Mournful Deathcap before we play Lost Scroll, so yeah, that's not it. This probably isn't quite it either, but we've got like a good amount of disruption. We can clear the way for our Black Eye Manacles as well, which is kind of nice. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Well, I'm hoping our opponent's just on some sort of like find the way deck and not just like playing multiple Chos. Oh, the Cho's probably kind of fine for us. We probably want that, so let's play this. And yeah, we don't have Sabotage quite yet. I don't want to take like a treasure trove off our opponent. Much rather try and protect our Manacles. There we go. Let's play our Crest. More Crest probably not. Got like infinite power here. Though I've got 5. By the time we get to needing 6, we should have hit like a power. Okay, well, it's kind of nice. So I've just got to stop. I'm hoping it's just like a torch or something. Okay, so it is Genev. So actually I'm just going to sabotage them. So, I mean, it's got to be a torch. It's not like a wisdom or anything like that. So Display of Instinct can kill our things, so can Snowball Torch. So I guess we'll snip into this because it kind of matters. Yep, snip into that. And Display of Instinct does it in 1, but they'd have to draw like a time source. Torch lets them do it anyway, but this also taps them out, which means we're able to resolve our thing. So we'll take Torch. Our opponent like countering a spell is kind of a problem later on, but they're probably also kind of incentivized to just. Okay, can we just hit some time sources here? Yeah, so we do need to be mindful of the Display of Instinct now. I feel I've got like enough value off this. Yeah, I've had enough. We'll probably go to the last one game and then I might take a look at some of the other decks that I was looking at the looking at with this kind of strategy. Okay, so actually I like this. We'll keep it. This could go horribly, horribly wrong if we just miss power. I think we are just gonna snap off the Sabotage so that we know that our Deathcap's kind of safe, or if it's not safe, we know how not safe. So Equivocate, I'll take that. I probably can keep the Strategize. I'm not even going to bother snipping Tool in it because they're probably going to be doing that like this turn. So play against skills last time. So let's make sure we just like queue into the same person twice. Yep, but used Strategize. They've probably got. I mean, because we've not got much else to do anyway. We could just play this. We could have just played this on our next turn, and then play the Crest after it. But I do want to just get it down. Realistically, even if we spend this turn not using the power for anything else. Yeah, I'll keep that. It's kind of the same as a power, but it lets us get up to this like a little bit quicker. And then let's just Sabotage him, see what we got. Yeah, so we'll take a Snipping Tool now because it can be relevant that we got Hailstorm. So we'll take Display of Instinct because that is a counter spell. Also, it kills our thing. Solitude deals 7, which without Manacles in play, Solitude's a little bit less impressive because it needs to do quite a lot more work before sort of anything happens. So our point now with this in play, they can kill our thing with Torch or Hailstorm, but that's kind of unlikely. I'll play this one. Just like giving the business here, and then I suppose we'll just Lost Scroll. I want kind of grab like a bar or something there if they wanted to. Grab just a Justice Source here, really. And so see what they got in there. Actually, I don't think our opponent's going to be grabbing bar there. Yeah, I can take a 2. Our opponent's attacking us. Just to see what they've lost. Okay, so our opponent is pretty aware that our little threat there was kind of good. So Mournful Deathcap on the top. They could have grabbed like an Unseal, like to protect themselves. So Profane Censer's not going to do too much actually. I think I can kind of hang fire on this kind of merchant. And I think so we get to deal 15 damage with Solitude. If we get Manacles, we can deal 15 damage with Solitude. I don't think that's like really happening though. So we can do 45 with 2 Solitudes. And our opponent's got 52. I think I can also just wait. And I want to trade something that's like a power, but power's kind of also good with Mournful Deathcap as well. Okay, so given we've got like 2 of these, I might just wait. I'm still just going to wait. No real reason for us to like rush into do much of anything. So I'm probably going to go back to 49 in a minute, and then we're pretty close to like lethal with double. I'll play this power just to get like some mills going. Oh, white post, that could be nice. Do anticipate some sort of like milled 3 powers. It's no good. Do anticipate our opponent like playing a threat at some point, so that we can get some value off the white post that's coming up. White poster should dig us like a little bit deeper as well. Well, I'm not too fussed about Howling Peak Smuggler. Yeah. So we can deal 20, and then the next one will deal 40 plus whatever we've. So we've got 7 though. So we could actually just put like Black Iron Manacles on them, and then this is lethal. Well, pretty close to. Yeah, kind of like that. I'll get rid of End of the Story, and I'll put Manacles on them while we can. Because we've still got 7, so we can do Wanted Poster plus Harshville if our opponent plays to the board. So if they play like a Titan or whatever, not Titan, well, even Titan actually, Heart of the Vault or something like that, we can get there. I like how we can switch up gears with this deck as well, or this sort of archetype. And we can deal... Ooh. Ooh. I mean, do we just snap it off? I think we do. Because we've got like a backup one here. I was going to snap this off. If our opponent's got like the charm, we get to get rid of it. Yeah, so they've got Display of Instinct. But they didn't just like gobble us in the head for 5, so I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, so there we go. So I was going to take some damage this turn. So take 2, and then we're able to deal with 21, and then they die at the end of their turn. Whew, this is wild. Okay, this is so tedious. Like, why is this still doing this? Oh. Guess our opponent has conceded because there's like no end turn button anymore. Usually that's what's happened, but like the game still continues. But yeah, this was a surprisingly effective turnout for this deck, which is not what I was expecting. I mean, our opponent's going to take 21 gold to their turn. If they didn't have an answer like exactly then you know they're going to be in some trouble because they're going to take 1 at the end of their turn no matter what. But yeah, let's go on to the deck tech. Okay, so think real hard. You actually did make me think real hard, so I did enjoy that deck. So as I was saying, this was a viewer submission. Just gave me a concept, which was do something that discards basically around Solitude and Profane Censer. We didn't get to see too much out of Profane Censer. I think we only got to see it like really in action in one game, but I think this is a powerful effect, especially in multiples. It's good to cost 5 because this cost was kind of cheap, like cost 2 or something. You could probably play it in like, I don't know. There's potentially space in the future for this to be like a really nice win condition that you just build around that is going to win you a couple of games. It's not going to be super powerful, but the games that you win is just going to be absurd. And especially just this being able to nug your opponent for like 4 damage a turn with like Black Manacles, that's a clock. If all you're going to do from that point, once you've established your combination or your lock piece, is just like wipe the board every turn, then that's pretty effective. But overall, I am going to revisit this after the new set, because that was like part of the deal, was that try it before the new set with like the cards we got now, and then try it after the new set, just because we should have like some more things to sort of make this work. Because usually what happens with campaigns is there'll be a card like this, and then in like the next set there'll be something that actually makes it work, or the other way around, there'll be something in a campaign, and then in the next there'll be an expansion in that expansion or set. In the next campaign, there'll be something that makes that work. So similar to what we saw with like Pledge. So I'm hoping that is something that we're going to see here. I think that it's very unlikely we'll see anything through Profane Censer, because I believe that this is like a Severing card, and Severin's probably dead now. I don't know the story like whatsoever. But anyway, thanks for watching. I've been That Resolves, and I'll see you around.